Well, my first day at spring training, very newsworthy in the fact that the Braves players had to react to what happened on Tuesday, and that is another suspension for Jurickson Profar, the left fielder slash DH, who a year ago was suspended the first week of the season for 80 games, and now it's 162 games as he has failed another drug test. There will be an appeal, but no question he's going to miss the entire 2026 season. You know, there was a lot of disappointment last year when that happened because it was the first week of the season, and the people who stood in for him in left field until he returned were awful collectively. I mean, the batting average was like low 200s. They just did not do very well in replacing Jurickson Profar in left field. Now it's a little bit different because of the fact that they did bring in Mike Yastrzemski as a free agent over the offseason. So Yastrzemski, even a better fielder than Profar, can play left field, but who will be that DH? Who will be the other players who will now step in and be that designated hitter, which Profar was going to see a lot of time at because he's a switch hitter. Well, Drake Baldwin is another possibility because, you know, when he's not catching, the Braves are going to want him to be in the lineup. There's no doubt about that. And Walt Weiss, I asked him today about that, and he said, you know, I already wanted Drake Baldwin to be a DH for part of the time this year because of how good he is as a hitter. And Walt said that he actually looked at how Seattle handled Cal Raleigh last year when he was not catching to give him time as a designated hitter, and he's going to try to use that model as well. So that's something to look out for as we move along. And the Braves will undoubtedly look to see if there are some hitters out there that could be available either through free agency or through trade with 3+ weeks left to go before the start of the regular season. But they're going to have to look internally to see what may be able to happen there to replace Jurickson Profar. And, you know, like last year, there's no doubt that there's a lot of disappointment and probably anger here at what Profar did. It was a selfish, stupid event that is just inexplicable, really, to see a player who finally got a big contract after years of playing in the game and a 3-year contract for $42 million, and he has thrown it all away because of performance-enhancing drugs. And it's stupid and, again, selfish because he's a part of a team. He's one of 26 players on this team, and the Braves were counting on this guy to be a really good part of their lineup, and instead, he's not going to be available for the entire 2026 season. So, as Walt Weiss said on Wednesday morning, you have to kind of adjust and move forward and react and deal with things that happen during the course of the year, and this is definitely something that's going to impact the Braves with the suspension of Profar for the entire 2026 season.